أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا هو يكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا هو يكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعا. سورة مباركة الفاتحة دفع البلاء وقضاء الحاجات وشفاء المرضى. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونشكره ونصلي ونسلم على حبيب إله العالمين، حافظ سره ومبلغ رسالاته، الرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد. وبآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم ومنكر فضائلهم وغاصب حقوقهم من الأولين والآخرين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وكلامه الكريم وقوله الحق: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. The martyrdom of our sixth Holy Imam is one of the greatest tragic events in the Islamic calendar. In the world, we, the Shias and the followers of Ahlul Bayt, are known as Ja'afari. And our fiqh, our jurisprudence, is also known as the fiqh of Ja'afari. Now, the reason for our fiqh and ourselves to be called Ja'afari is that when our sixth Holy Imam assumed the office of Imamah, when the period of the Imamat began, it was the same period of Caliphate of Banu Abbas began. So on one hand, you have got the Caliphate of Banu Abbas, which began, and the period of the Imamat of our sixth Holy Imam began. So when his period of the Imamah began, what happened is that Banu Abbas were very politically, they were very cunning. What they did is that they made their own Imams. Now, this was a political movement, purposely to make their own four Imams. You just think and ponder for a while that they made their own Imams, and making their four Imams, it was politically, it was so effective to the Muslim world, to the Islamic world, that till today, these schools of thought exist. It was so effective, it gave an impact that till today, these denominations exist. And most of our Sunni brothers, they follow the Hanafi school of thought. So you'll find they made these four Imams purposely. If these four Imams are there, and Ja'far ibn Muhammad is there, so that to lessen the importance of the Imams of Ahlul Bayt. So here you've got one Imam, you've got other four Imams. You need an Imam anyway. Why? Because you need an Imam so that you ask him your questions, so that he solves your problems, the fiqh masail and all, and whatnot. You need an Imam. So to lessen his importance, let us keep other four Imams. Thus, Imam Malik bin Anas was kept in Medina. Then you have got Imam Abu Hanifa was kept in Kufa. Then you have got Imam Shafi in Misr, in Egypt. And then you have got Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal in Baghdad. So these 4 Imams were there, and 3 of them, they met, and they were in the time of, they were contemporary of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, except one, Imam Shafi, who was born 150 after Hijrah, and Imam Sadiq alayhi salam passed away 148 after Hijrah. Because Imam Sadiq alayhi salam was born 17th of Rabiul Awwal, 83 after Hijrah. And he passed away 25th of Shawwal, 148 after Hijrah. Thus, he lived for 65 years. So 3 of them, they met Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, except one, Imam Shafi. Now, when we said that to lessen the importance of the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, not only Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, Banu Abbas, they wanted to lessen even the importance of Imam al-Kadhim alayhi salam, and continuously, not only Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Thus, that is why these 4 Imams were kept. Now, these 3 Imams, especially Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifa, we found in history that they were the students of Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. So, if they have got, and majority of the Muslims, if they follow the fiqh of Abu Hanifa, they are Hanafi, then Abu Hanifa himself, he got that fiqh from Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq alayhi salam. So if he got the fiqh from Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq alayhi salam, your fiqh is the blessing of our Imam, of the fiqh of our Imam. You got it from our Imam. And Imam Malik bin Anas wrote a book, Muwatta, just imagine, which is very famous in Sunni world. And that Muwatta Imam Malik, it is called. Muwatta, this was written out of the instruction of Mansur Dawaniki, Lanatullah alayhi. He instructed that you write this book, Muwatta. So you can imagine. And Malik bin Anas wrote this book. Until today it exists for the Sunni brothers. Now, purposely, so that this was a political intelligence, it was political influence, so that to lessen the importance of our 6th Holy Imam, especially Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq, salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. When they came up with their fiqh, thus you will find here the fiqh distinguishes. That is why our fiqh is called fiqh Ja'fariya, because we have got other fiqh there. Now when Banu Abbas came to the power, and when the imamat of our 6th Holy Imam started, you will find that it was a big problem. Why? Because the first caliph of Banu Abbas was Abul Abbas as-Saffah. And why was he called Abul Abbas as-Saffah? As-Saffah means the one who sheds the blood. He would shed the blood. And whose blood? The descendants and the offsprings of Ali ibn Abi Talib. These Banu Abbas were not less than Banu Umayyah. We must understand this history, especially when we sit and discuss about our 6th Holy Imam. That Banu Umayyah, they ruled for a time. Then they came and they said to the Muslims that why do you agree that, all Muslims, why do you agree that Banu Umayyah are ruling and they are sitting on the throne while they have killed the grandson of the Prophet, Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam? Let us come, we should come on the throne and we should rule you. When the Muslims agreed, when they came, Banu Abbas came, Banu Abbas were not sincere. They were not less than Banu Umayyah. If they were sincere, then they would have not killed our Imams. You'll find that 6th Imam and 7th Imam onwards, when the caliphate of Banu Abbas started, all our Imams were killed till 11th Imam. These all were the Khulafa Bani Abbas. The difference is that Banu Umayyah was showing, like Yazid, he was showing openly, but not all of them. Muawiyah wasn't showing openly. Banu Abbas were very cunning. They were politicians. From inside, they were playing their roles. So you will find that when Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam came, the first caliph was Abul Abbas as-Saffah, the one who sheds the blood to that extent that even the children were not spared. Ali, even the children were not spared. You just imagine that a young child is being buried alive. If the Sadat were killed, in what manner were they killed? They were being buried alive. And one child from the offsprings of Ali ibn Abi Talib, who was being buried, his hair was taken, and it was given to the mother. Give the mother of this child and tell the mother that she should keep on smelling the hair. and she should remember her child. You just imagine for a while, this was the situation. And for Sahib Aulad, for those who have children, just imagine what is the situation of that mother, that she gets the hair and the child is bearing alive. This was the time of Banu Abbas. The situation was such of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam. The era of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam was very political, very sensitive, and very critical, extremely sensitive, that the Muslims could not even question their present Imam. Now, somebody might think that what should we do by learning history? What should we do by listening the era of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam? There are many reasons. First of all, you will value this blessing and this ni'mah, this bounty which we are blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we are free. We can acquire knowledge, Islamic knowledge, whenever we want. We can ask questions. In those times, in the era of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam, Mu'mineen were so helpless to that extent that they could not see the Imam despite of Imam being present. They could not do their ziyarah. They could not pose questions. In that time, Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam was staying in Hira. Now, where is Hira? Hira is just between Najaf and Kufa. Imam would stay there. And when he was staying there, there was a couple, they fought with each other. When they fought, the husband, out of anger, said talaq thrice. Now, when he said talaq thrice, see, so there were some fiqh rulings, they were, those, because of that propagation of these four ulamas, four fuqaha, four a'imma ahl sunnah, due to their rulings overpowered so much so that our followers of Ahlul Bayt also, our Shias also, they could not understand, and they were doubtful that what is the ruling of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad? What is the ruling of the school of Ahlul Bayt? They could not understand. And when the man said to his wife, thrice talaq, the wife was doubtful. And she says that I cannot understand. We are already divorced. You have divorced me by saying talaq thrice. And the husband says, let me ask the ulama of Shias. When the ulamas of Shias were asked, all the alims of Shia said that in our school of thought, in the school of thought of Ahlul Bayt, talaq is not valid by saying talaq thrice. But the wife was so doubtful that she says that I want to hear from Ja'far ibn Muhammad as-Sadiq salawatullahi wa salam alayhi himself. The man decides to travel all the way to Hira, between Najaf and Kufa. When he reaches there, how can he go inside the house of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam? He sees a cucumber seller. In those times, they would scream by saying, khiyar, khiyar. Khiyar means cucumber. I'm selling cucumber. He buys, imagine, for one mas'ala, he wants to know the answer of that mas'ala, one ruling. He travels all the way to Hira. He buys all those cucumbers. He borrows the clothes of that hawker, of cucumber seller. He wears his clothes, and then he's pretending as if he's selling cucumber by screaming, khiyar, khiyar. When he reaches to the house of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam, a child comes out from the house of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam, and he calls him. He says, the Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad is calling you. And he goes in, and Imam tells him that it's a good job you are doing. Tell me, what is your problem? And he poses his question. Imam says that talaq is not valid. Talaq is not valid. And then he goes back. That is how he can get his answer, by traveling, by buying those cucumbers, by borrowing the clothes of a cucumber seller, by shouting cucumbers. Then only he can get the answer of that ruling. Then he can know what is the ruling of the school of Ahlul Bayt. This was the situation in the era of our sixth Holy Imam. And you will find that the problems increased to that extent. We agree that knowledge was propagated. We mentioned this in Khutbah Jummah today, that knowledge was propagated. Definitely, there was a university initiated by our fifth Holy Imam. Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam had many students. There's no doubt in it. But if you go forward, you will find that this was the time when these two powers were fighting, Bani Umayyah and Bani Abbas. But once Bani Abbas came to the power, in the time of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam, the problems increased to that extent that they would keep the governors in different cities. Mansoor-e-Dawaniki had kept a governor. And what was the name of that governor? The governor was, Mansoor-e-Dawaniki, he wanted to keep a governor known as Dawood. So Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam had foretold to Abu Basir, he had said to Abu Basir that, oh Abu Basir, next year when Dawood will become the governor, Mu'alla bin Khunais will be killed. And he will be killed very badly, mercilessly, brutally, to that extent that he will be beheaded and he will be hanged on the tree. And Abu Basir, when he hears this, he says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. And after a year, the following year, Abu Basir narrates that what Imam had foretold, it happened. It transpired. That when Dawood became the governor of Mansoor-e-Dawaniki in Medina, Mu'alla bin Khunais was summoned by Dawood, by the governor. And when he was summoned, he was told by the governor that give me, first of all he was told that give me the names of the close companions of Ja'far ibn Muhammad. So Mu'alla bin Khunais says that I go to the house of Ja'far ibn Muhammad, I help him, I do his outside work, but I do not know the names of the close companions of Ja'far ibn Muhammad. He says, now he's threatening him. Dawood, the governor of Mansoor-e-Dawaniki, threatens him. He says that, O Mu'alla, if you are concealing the truth and you do not want to reveal the truth, then I will kill you. On hearing this, Mu'alla bin Khunais says that, do you want to frighten me from death? Are you threatening me of death? We, the followers of Ahlul Bayt, the followers of Ja'far ibn Muhammad, are not scared of death because we are successful. You should be scared of death because you are not successful. Because you do not have najat, but we have salvation. On hearing, we have already got najat. On hearing this, Mu'alla bin Khunais was beheaded by the people of Dawood. Dawood was the governor in Medina of Mansoor-e-Dawaniki, and his body was hanged on the tree. After a month, we get another lesson from this incident. In this world, whoever does anything, see, the hisab of Allah is very daqiq. It's very accurate. It took only a month. After a month, what happens to Dawood? Just after a month. When he came to the power, when he became the governor, after a month, he summoned the sixth Holy Imam. When he summoned the sixth Holy Imam, it was the time of Zohar. When again Abu Basir narrates, that we were at the house of our sixth Holy Imam. We were about to pray namaz Zohar. 10 people came, 10 soldiers came of Dawood, of governor. And they came to us and they started telling Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam that you are called by the governor of Medina, Dawood. On hearing this, Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam says, Imam knew. Imam says that it is not good to kill the son of the Prophet. So they reply, the soldiers reply, that we do not understand you. We are just doing our duty. See, history repeats itself. In the time of Saddam, our Shias, this is Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, in the time of Saddam, even our Shias, so many followers of Ahlul Bayt, were being imprisoned or were being killed, and they did not have right to ask that why are we being imprisoned? Why are we being taken? Even in those times, the people of Mansoor-e-Dawaniki, or the people of governor of Mansoor-e-Dawaniki of Dawood, they are saying that we do not understand you. We are just performing our duty. We are told to take you. Now on hearing this, Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam says that go away. This is good for you. But they do not move. You know what happens? Our sixth Holy Imam, history tells us, that he raised his blessed hands towards the heavens and he prayed. He just said 2 words. He uttered 2 words. And those 2 words are Ism Azam. He himself says that I prayed to Allah the Ism Azam. Ism Azam is the names, the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the respected names of Allah. Imam as-Sadiq said, as-sa'a, as-sa'a, which means right now, right now. He just uttered 2 words. And after some time, after a few moments, now that was a small town, people were staying nearby. From the alleys of Medina, they would hear people screaming. They would hear noise of people crying. The soldiers started asking questions within themselves. That what is this noise for? Who is screaming? What is this shout for? You know what does Imam reply? Imam says, your Amir is destroyed. Your Amir is perished. Because they said that our Amir is calling you. Now Imam is replying that your Amir is perished. Right now your Amir is dead. The chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has overtaken him. And he died on the spot. This was only after a month. Which Dawood? The governor of Mansur Dawaniki, who killed Mu'alla bin Khunais. What happens to him? After a month. You get a lesson from this incident. See, the hisab of Allah is very daqiq. It is very accurate. Extremely accurate. Only after a month. This is what he got. He was even punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ek durud bheje Muhammad aur aale Muhammad par. छठे इमाम का ज़माना बहुत हसास था, एकदम से सेंसिटिव, यहाँ तक कि जब इमाम की शहादत होती है तो इमाम अपनी वसीयत में 5 शख्सियत के नाम लिखते हैं, 5 अशखास के नाम लिखते हैं इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम। और उन 5 नामों में से जैसे कि तारीख़ बतलाती है कि अबू हमज़ा समाली कूफे में थे और एक शख्स आता है, जब इमाम की शहादत होती है ना, तो एक शख्स आता है अबू हमज़ा समाली के पास, और अबू हमज़ा उस वक्त मसरूफ़ थे, बैठे हुए थे, और शागिर्द भी आसपास में थे, और शागिर्द तालीम हासिल करते थे, बैठे हुए थे। और ये शख्स जब आता है मदीना से और अबू हमज़ा समाली से सवाल करता है कि मन अंता, आप कौन है? तो अबू हमज़ा समाली कहते हैं कि मैं अबू हमज़ा हूँ। कहा, ए अबू हमज़ा, अगर आप अबू हमज़ा है तो मैं आपके लिए पैगाम लाया हूँ मदीने से। आपका इमाम वफ़ात पा गए, शहादत पा गए। तो जब ये सुनते हैं अबू हमज़ा समाली तो गिरिया करते हैं, चीख मारते हैं, रोते हैं, दोनों हाथ को जानू पे, आगोश पे मारते हैं, खूब रोते हैं। आंसू को पोंछ के एक सवाल करते हैं, कहते हैं कि बताओ अब इमाम सादिक के वसी कौन है? तो ये शख्स जो मदीना से आता है ये कहता है कि पता नहीं है, लेकिन सुनाई देता है कि 5 अशखास के नाम है। पहला नाम है मंसूर दवानिकी, फिर मोहम्मद इब्न सुलेमान द गवर्नर ऑफ मदीना, उस वक्त जो गवर्नर ऑफ मदीना था मोहम्मद इब्न सुलेमान। तीसरा नाम थी हमीद खातून, खुद इमाम सादिक की अहलिया और इमाम काज़िम की वालिद किरामी। चौथी शख्सियत अब्दुल्ला बिन जाफर, और 5वीं शख्सियत मूसा अल काज़िम बिन जाफर। बस ये सुनना था, क्योंकि ये शियाने अली थे ना अबू हमज़ा समाली, वो समझ गए। बस ये सुनना था। अबू हमज़ा समाली ने कहा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन, मेरे इमाम ने मेरे मसले को हल कर दिया। कहा क्यों? कहा मैं समझ गया कि कौन मेरा इमाम है। कहा मुझे समझाओ। कहा देखो, बिल्कुल मंसूर दवानिकी तो इमाम नहीं बन सकता, फासिक कभी भी इमाम नहीं बनेगा। उसका गवर्नर, मदीना का गवर्नर मोहम्मद इब्न सुलेमान, वो भी इमाम नहीं बन सकता, क्योंकि वो भी फासिक और फाजिर था, ट्रांसग्रेसर। औरत इमाम नहीं बन सकती, खातून थी, बीबी हमीदा खातून। अब बकिया 2, अब्दुल्ला जो इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम के बड़े फर्जंद थे, और इमाम मूसा अल काज़िम अलैहिस्सलाम उनके छोटे फर्जंद। अब अगर बड़ा फर्जंद को इमाम बनना था तो छोटे का नाम क्यों लाया इमाम? तो उस वक्त अबू हमज़ा समाली कहते हैं कि अज़हर अल कबीर दल्ला इला सगीर, जब कबीर का नाम जाहिर हुआ, सगीर का नाम जाहिर हुआ, तो ये दलालत है कि सगीर ही इमाम है, वरना दूसरे छोटे का नाम न लाते इमाम। मुझे पता चल गया कि इमाम मूसा अल काज़िम मेरा इमाम है, मेरा इमाम वक्त है। और जब मलऊन मंसूर दवानिकी को पता चला देखिए ये नाम का लिखना वसीयत में ये भी हसास था, है कि नहीं, ये भी पॉलिटिकल था। इमाम ने पॉलिटिकली, इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम चाहते थे कि इमाम काज़िम को बचाए, क्योंकि मंसूर दवानिकी ने मोहम्मद इब्न सुलेमान को नामा में लिखा था मदीने में कि देखो जाफर इब्न मोहम्मद का जानशीन कौन है, उनका वसी कौन है, जो भी हो उसका सर मेरे पास लाओ, उसको शहीद करो, उसका सर कलम करो, तन से जुदा करो। अब इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम जानते थे कि क्या होगा आइंदा में, इमाम थे बाकायदा, इसलिए पॉलिटिकल इमाम ने सब 5 का नाम लिखा। और जब उसने देखा तो उसने कहा मैं किसको शहीद करूं, किसको मारूं, खुद को मारे, एक दुरूद भेजे मोहम्मद और आले मोहम्मद पर। बारे दीगर बावा से बुलंद सलावत पढ़िए। जब खबर मिली मंसूर दवानिकी को कि इमाम की शहादत हुई तो वो भी आंसू बहाने लगा। खैर आंसू बहाना तो ये उनकी पुरानी आदत थी। कहने लगा मन मिसलू जाफर इब्न मोहम्मद, जाफर इब्न मोहम्मद जैसे कौन हो सकता है। लेकिन इन्होंने ही जहर दिया इमाम जाफर इब्न मोहम्मद को, इन्होंने ही जहर दिया मंसूर दवानिकी ने। किस में जहर दिया? अंगूर में। और जब इमाम को जहर दिया गया, कहते हैं कि इमाम ने जब तनावुल किया, दिन ब दिन वो जहर के असरात फैल गए, पूरा बदन इमाम का जर्द बनता गया, जर्द होता गया, और इमाम लागर होते गए, ज़ईफ होते गए। लोग आते थे अयादत के लिए, मोमिनीन आते थे अयादत के लिए, देखने के लिए, और इमाम से कहते थे कि आप बहुत ज़ईफ होते जा रहे हैं, क्या हुआ? तो इमाम कहते थे कि मैं जानता हूं क्या हुआ। अब अगर एक मर्तबा इमाम को शहीद किया गया होता या तलवार से तो हम समझते, हम बर्दाश्त कर लेते, लेकिन नहीं, स्लो पॉइजन जिसे कहते हैं कि ये जहर धीरे धीरे असर करता गया, धीरे धीरे असर करता गया। और कितना सख्त था इमाम के लिए, बहुत सख्त था। धीरे धीरे इमाम मरीज होते गए, बिस्तरे मरीजी पर थे, और बिस्तरे मरीजी पर थे। और जब लोग आते थे, मोमिनीन आते थे अयादत के लिए, तो इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम कहा करते थे कि मैं समझता हूँ मेरी जुदाई आपके लिए बहुत सख्त होगा, मेरा यहाँ से जाना आपके लिए मुहिब्बान अली और शियान अली के लिए बहुत सख्त होगा, लेकिन मेरी वसीयत और मेरी नसीहतें भी सुन लो। इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम की नसीहतें आप सुने। ये मसाइब तो है, इमाम को आज हम याद करते हैं, लेकिन इमाम के लेगेसी आप सुने, इमाम की वसीयत और नसीहत आप सुने। इमाम फरमाते हैं कि लन तनालु शफाअतुना मन इस्तखफ़्फ़स सलाह। देखिए मेरी शफाअत उस तक नहीं पहुँचेगी जो नमाज को सुबूक समझे, जो नमाज को लाइटली ले। इमाम नहीं कहते हैं कि जो नमाज नहीं पढ़ते हैं, जो तारिकुस सलाह है, कहते हैं कि हमारी शफाअत उस तक नहीं पहुंचेगी जो नमाज को लाइटली ले। उसके बाद इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम की वसीयत सुने। इमाम फरमाते हैं अपने मुहिब से कि देखो मेरी जुदाई बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाओगे, सख्त है, लेकिन मुहर्रम को मत भूलना, मेरे जद हुसैन को मत भूलना। जब भी हुसैन के दिन आए और हुसैन का तज़किरा आए तो खूब गिरिया करना, मेरे जद को याद करना। इमाम सादिक फरमाते हैं अपने मुहिब से। फिर इमाम सादिक फरमाते हैं कि रहमल्लाहु अमी अल अब्बास, जब भी हजरत अब्बास के पोते को देखते थे तो हजरत अब्बास को याद करते थे और हजरत अब्बास को दुआ दिया करते थे और कहते थे खुदा रहम करे अबुल फजल अब्बास पर। उनकी वफादारी अजीब वफादारी थी कि उनके आका की इतने इताअत और इताअत गुजार और फर्मा बरदार थे कि उनके मौला ने उनसे कहा था कि अगर बच्चों के पानी की सबील के लिए जा रहे हो अबुल फाजल तो तलवार लेके मत जाना। लिहाजा अबुल फजल अब्बास फुरात की तरफ गए। इमाम सादिक फरमाते हैं अबुल फजल अब्बास फुरात की तरफ गए उस वफादारी के साथ, लेकिन तलवार के साथ نہیں گئے. اتنے باوفا تھے میرے چچا عباس کہ جب نہر فرات میں پہنچتے ہیں پانی کو چلو میں لیا لیکن پانی نہیں پیا, پانی کو پھینک دیا اور سکینہ کو یاد کیا اور کہنے لگے کہ پیاسی سکینہ پیاسی ہے, میں کس طریقے سے پانی پیوں. اپنے گھوڑے سے کہا کہ اے میرے اسب باوفا میں پانی نہیں پیوں گا کیونکہ خیمے میں علی اصغر پیاسے ہے, خیمے میں سکینہ پیاسی ہے, لیکن اے میرے اسب باوفا تم بھی پیاسے ہو, تم تو پانی پیو, نہر فرات میں پہنچ گئے ہو. ایک مرتبہ اس گھرانے کے گھوڑے, اس گھرانے کے جانور کو بھی دیکھیے, اتنے باوفا, اس گھرانے کے رہوار اتنے باوفا. ایک مرتبہ اسب باوفا نے ابو الفضل العباس کے چہرے کو دیکھا, ابو الفضل العباس کے مبارک چہرے کو دیکھا, اس کے بعد منہ پھیر لیا. لہٰذا اپنی بے زبانی سے ابو الفضل العباس سے سمجھاتا ہے یہ گھوڑا کہ اگر آپ نے پانی نہیں پیا ہے میرے آقا, میں بھی پانی نہیں پیوں گا. اگر آپ نے پانی نہیں پیا کیونکہ حسین پیاسے ہے, میرے سید و آقا پیاسے ہے, سکینہ پیاسی ہے, اصغر پیاسے ہے, میں بھی پانی نہیں پیوں گا. آزادارو, امام صادق کی وصیت اور نصیحت یہ ہے کہ حسین کو یاد کیا کرو, ابو الفضل عباس کے غم مناتے جاؤ. آزادارو, یہی ماہ شوال کی 25ویں تاریخ تھی کہ منصور دوانکی نے امام کو مسموم کیا, زہر دیا گیا. امام القاظم علیہ السلام نے امام صادق کو غسل دیا, کفن پہنایا اور جنت البقیع کے قبرستان میں سپرد خاک کیا. لیکن میں کہوں گا کہ اہل البیت امام صادق آج بھی غریب ہے. کوئی سوال کر سکتا ہے, میں ایک نادان ذاکر ہوں, ایک ناچیز ذاکر ہوں, گستاخی معاف. میں کہوں گا ابن رسول اللہ آج بھی آپ مظلوم ہے. کوئی پوچھ سکتا ہے, ہاں ہم امام رضا کو غریب الغربا تو کہتے ہیں لیکن امام رضا غریب الغربا نہیں ہے. شاید ایک حد تک غریب ہو کیونکہ وطن سے دور تک و تنہا ایران میں مدفون ہے, لیکن غریب الغربا ائمہ بقی ہے. امام الصادق غریب الغربا ہے. امام رضا کے پاس اتنے زوار ہے. کوئی مجھ سے پوچھ رہا تھا میں ایران جانا چاہتا ہوں, کب جاؤں تاکہ بھیڑ نہ ہو. ہم نے عرض کیا ہر وقت جاؤ, امام رضا کے حرم میں تو بھیڑ ہی بھیڑ ہوتی ہے, زوار ہمیشہ ہوتے ہیں. لیکن جنت البقیع میں اگر جاؤ گے تو وہاں پہ کوئی زوار نہیں. اگر زوار جاتے بھی ہے تو پابندی لگائی جاتی ہے. زوار اگر کھڑے ہوتے ہیں زیارت کے لیے تو ان کو نکالا جاتا ہے. سعودیوں نے اتنا ظلم کیا کہ امام صادق کا پورا قبہ تھا, حرم تھا, وہ مسمار کیا گیا, فقط پتھر کے نشان ہے. الا لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. رضا بقضائه وتسليما لأمره. ماتم حسین یا حسین.